Bingo, we are on. All right, so today we are going to look at some seashells from Florida. Let's get started. We actually have some different seashells here, but they're actually from different oceans. So we have ones from the Gulf here, which is on this side, and then we have some from the East Coast of Florida from this side, all right in here from Florida. And I also have this other bizarre looking object. This one is actually really bizarre. I don't exactly know what it is. I think it's a back of a crab. It looks like that. I picked it up thinking it was a seashell, but I don't think it is. So my sister gave me the idea to look at these through a microscope, and I thought it was a great idea. Let's look at these through a microscope. First thing I want to start out with is the sand dollar. I think the sand dollar will be really cool to look at. I don't know why, I think it will. Let's go ahead and throw this under the microscope and see what it looks like. So over here at the microscope, we're gonna pop this sucker underneath here. Of course, our visuals go away. This is gonna be really hard to look at, partly because this particular shell is not see-through. Wow, that's the surface of a sand dollar. It just mainly looks like a pretty much rocky, kind of smooth ground. After a moment of looking, I found this hole in the sand dollar. That is intriguing, isn't it? It's like a little cave or something. Very cool. So I'm gonna pull that out. So that's the sand dollar there. Not too impressive there. But I'm more excited to get to the crab and other things. But for now, I'm gonna look at this shell. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna see much visual difference, but let's see. Put this one under the microscope, see what we get. So let's go ahead and get focused in here. So close, and there we go. Whoa, man. This looks like a surface to Mars. And this isn't even that close. This looks so alien, like it's the moon. Ooh, what's that? It looks like a little crater or a bug or something inside of that. That looks very intriguing. Wow, that's very cool. Ooh, what's that? Oh, just more craters. Wow. The surface of this seashell is much more fun to look at, I will say. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little closer. There it is, up really close. So that's the closest I can get to that shell. I'm gonna pull that shell out now. We already kind of know what all these shells look like. We kind of have seen them up close. There's one other I want to look at, and it's this one. It looks very intriguing. I'm actually very excited to see this particular one out of all of them, mostly because from up close, looks like it has the most detail in it. So let's see what it looks like. Let's go ahead and put it under the microscope. Let's go ahead and zoom in until it focuses. Whoa. You see all those little dots? Whoa, this looks the neatest. This just looks totally alien. Doesn't this look totally alien? Oh man, let's get a closer look. Whoa. What am I looking at here? What is this? They're like little bubbles. Looks like we just reach out and pop one of those bubbles. Hey, can we just reach out and pop one of those? Mine? Yeah, I'll get my microscopic finger out and go pop one of them. Oh man, that's cool. All right, so that's the back of a crab, or what I think is the back of a crab, and what it looks like. Let's go ahead and pull it off the scope here. I accidentally broke it. I put the scope too close to it and snapped it. I didn't mean to do that. But you know, at least we got some images of it and we got up close and looking at it. It was very bubbly, very fun. All right, so now let's go ahead and move over to the East Coast shells. The first I want to look at is going to probably be the most fun, and it's this one here. Let's look at it. All right, this shell is here. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Whoa, is that what I think it is? Look at that. Whoa, it's like streaks or something. You know what? I'd imagine a 3D print would look very similar to this shell. I would think a 3D print would be almost identical to this. Oh, look, there's the, that's the hole in the shell at the end there. Look at that. It's just streaks. I love the patterns on this shell. The straight lines is so, to me, it's unique. Very cool. Very cool. They like round and all kinds of stuff. That's very unique. Very unique. Looks very cool through the scope, I will say. All right, that's that shell. It does feel like a 3D print and look very similar to a 3D print. I'm not going to zoom in any closer on that shell. We pretty much saw all the detail. So that's the shell. Let's go ahead and look at this one. This one looks really colorful, and I think this one will look really cool through the scope. But let's see. Let's see how it will look. I personally don't know, and that's why we look at it, right? Turning brightness almost all the way up. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh, this looks fun to look at. What are we looking at here? Oh, what is it? There's like streaks and in the streaks there's like sand. Let's go ahead and lower it so we can get more of the color of the actual shell. There we go. There's again, it's got those ridges. But what's this little rough patch right here? Oh, look at that. Look at how there's some sand right there. That's neat. What's over here? What are we looking at? Let's zoom out. It appears to be an object that's rather far away. Oh, there's a better image of the sand right there. Hey, so if you want to look at some Florida's East Coast sand, there's some of it right there. Very rounded. It seems to me that most of these seashells all have about the same texture, even from different coasts. I'm sure there are some that probably look pretty darn cool, but all the ones that I have here are pretty similar, pretty identical. There's one more I gotta look at from the East Coast too, and I think that it will look really cool. One last shell. This one's cool too, look at it. Oh, look at all the little caves. All right, I think that's about all the shells here. I didn't look at every single one, and we get the idea of what the shells look like, and that's what's important. Very unique, and definitely not something you see every day. I hope you've enjoyed this awesome video of looking up close. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with another awesome video. Bye!